morning, friends. This is Dave at Dave's Raised Bed Garden. I'm out here real early in the morning. It is actually May the 11th, 2023. I came out here real early. I came out here about 6:30, getting ready to go for a procedure. I'm going to be out of commission for a little bit and doing my own rehab and everything, getting ready to do that. But I came down to the garden because I just wanted to shoot a little short video and just to let you know what's happening down here in the garden. You're going to see this netting behind me, and I'm going to show that to you really quick. It's kind of cool out here. It's actually 54 degrees this morning. It's going to be sunny, and I just can't wait for the sun to come up and just feel the warmth. I'm having to wear a little jacket. It's just a little cool. But I just want to show and share something with you real briefly about your plants, and especially when we're coming into the warm weather. These have to do with the cool weather plants. If you're actually planting cabbage and your beets and any of the cool weather plants, that you want to make sure that you protect them and everything, especially if it gets warmer in the heat. And I just want to briefly show you what I've done to protect them while I'm not able to get down here and everything. And I've got my warm weather plants coming in, and I've put them in the ground, and they're getting adjusted to the new environment and everything. I've had them inside for like 4 weeks and everything, and being able to get them as far as getting them ready for being out here in the weather and stuff. So I brought them out each day, and I've hardened them and everything, and they're slowly progressing. I can see what they're doing. I want to turn the camera around and just show you what I'm doing and what I'm talking about this morning. So let's get to the garden. So the other plants that I have here, this is my newest bed, the bed that I put together, the galvanized bed. I decided I was going to grow some sweet potatoes, but getting the sweet potato slips a lot around in our area, it's a little bit too early for those. So what I've decided to do is that I can actually move my sweet potatoes a little bit more further in and do a fall planting with these right here are my zucchini. These are the zucchini squash. I put them in here. I want to see what they do. I've got them spaced out to give them enough growth and everything to see what I have and everything that I'm going to be able to do with them. But I have zucchini here in this bed. This bed I'm starting to get to do some different things with. I decided to move all my hot peppers, which is my jalapeno, my cayenne. Also, I've got this one right here is called a Trinidad Scorpion. That's a very, very hot pepper. So I've got a few. I'm going to be putting a few more in here. I'm going to be getting some more, and then I'm going to have those planted in here. It won't take much to put them in here, but I'm going to get a few more to put in here in the next week or two, and then I'll be putting those out here too. I'll have them put out, so I say. The lettuce that I have over here in this bed, this is butterscotch. It's a type of a leaf lettuce, and the lettuce does very well. You can see how thick it is. It's actually going to be ready to be harvested here very soon, in just a couple weeks. Actually, I can go ahead and probably start and harvest it a little bit each time. Now, what I do with my lettuce is I start from the outside in, and then another way that I try to do with my hydroponics that I have in there is actually, what I did with that is that I cut like 3 inches off of it and then let it grow, and it'll keep growing is what it'll do. As you keep cutting, it'll keep growing. Also on this bed, I have I put 2 more of my, because it did so well last year, is 2 of my zucchini squash that I put over here, up here. I want to see what it'll do. By the time the lettuce is harvested, this will be bigger, and then I'll be able to plant something else down here with the lettuce. My beans have been real sporadic. I think it's the seeds. These 2 beds are, the bed up top is a weaker bed, and plus the soil. I've lost a lot of the soil, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to let this go ahead and grow. And then I actually did 2 seasons of my green beans last year, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'll be able to come over there, and then once I get, I'll be planting another type, maybe a blue lake, and I'll be putting up, I got tenderettes out here, and so I'll be putting some different green beans. I have my squash. This is all of my squash. This is the yellow squash. This is the crookneck squash. It looks a little weak because when you put them in the ground, especially new plants, sometimes it has to get adjusted to the new soil and everything. So I've just watered it so you kind of see. The other plants that I have by the fencing or the trellis that I have out of the cattle panel is cucumbers. I have 2 different types of cucumbers. I have the pickling, and then I have the straight 8 that's on the other side. Up here I have all of my sweet peppers. This will be my I like the California Wonders. I actually have all these. These are the yellow, the orange, and the red. And then over here by this trellis, what I have, these are my butternut squash. I have butternut on this side, And then on the interior over there, they're still haven't adjusted getting to the surface and everything out here. I think it could be with the temperatures, but the ones over here on this bed are actually so I have butternut on one side and I have the spaghetti squash on the other side. And then you can see my spinach. My spinach is coming in really well and everything. I love spinach. This is that baby spinach. You can go ahead and start picking it off, in which my family will probably start picking this off soon. Make great little salads and so forth and add it. And then the interior, so the peppers that I have on this interior part, I have 3 different places I have peppers. These are poblanos. Poblanos are sweet. They're a little bit, I guess you could say they're a little bit spicy, just a tiny bit. I think they're very good. We've gotten them before. And then they're a green pepper, but they don't do like the regular green peppers and everything, but they're a sweet pepper. So I've got a few. I need to add a few more in here. And there's just a couple things that I need to do. Up here, what I said is that I had the spaghetti squash and the butternut squash on each side of this. I actually planted 2 little plants, which is, I'm going to see what I can do with it, is that I planted some cantaloupe. I'm going to let this grow, so this side to the right of the camera on this is going to be the cantaloupe, and then to the left I'm going to have the spaghetti squash that I'm going to allow it to grow. So it's a new thing that I'm trying to do just to see where I can grow it. Right here, this is my tomato bed. I have different types of tomatoes. I have the Sweet 100s, and then I have the regular tomatoes, which I call the Mountain Pride. I am going to do the single stem tomatoes, and then also I have, like I said, the straight 8 cucumbers. When your tomato plants are young like this is what I do recommend, because they're so young. You see these little blooms right here? Go ahead and pick them off, because right now I don't want any concentration to be on the tomato. I want it to be on the plant. I want to allow the plant to grow. This is for anything, for your peppers, especially after you get them in the ground. I recommend doing that, because then I want the growth to go to the plant, and I'm not going to hurt the plant by taking these, but by removing these, what I allow is that the focus and everything, the growth goes to the plant, and then as it grows, I can work with it. I'm going to have stakes put in here in the next few weeks, and doing the single stem growing is what I'm going to be doing. And so this is what's happening out here at the garden. I just wanted to take a few minutes just to show you around, kind of give you an idea of what I have, but just to explain what I'm doing with my cool weather plants and when you're dealing in with warm weather. So what I recommend back again is that with your cool weather plants is that you want to, if the temperature gets up too hot, they don't like it. And see, I still have several weeks before this is even close to being ready to harvest for your cabbage. And then your collards, actually, that's young, I can actually, if I wanted to, I can do in the next week or 2 and start pulling some of the leaves from the outside in. But what you want to do with that is that if the temperatures get too warm over, in the high 80s and 90s and everything, it can hurt your plant. So what I will do is that I keep an eye on the temperature, and I say, well, if I do have some shade cloth. But what I will do is that the sun, when the sun comes across my garden, it gets sun all day long. So I get the morning and then I get the afternoon, of course. And what I would do is I would kind of angle the shade cloth if I needed when it's directly overhead, and then as it sets, that way with the warmer temperatures, I can kind of keep it off of it. So that just gives you a couple ideas that you can look at, and some things you can look forward. I'll be sharing more videos. I'll be making some videos while I'm down and trying to show you some things about fertilizer and some other stuff that I'll be sharing with you and everything. So this is what's going on at the garden today, and I can't wait to show you what goes on in the next few weeks. I'll be showing a video of, I'll be doing frequent tours just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on down here at Dave's Raised Bed Garden. Oh, I just want to thank you again for being a part of Dave's Raised Bed Garden. Thank you for being a part of what I'm trying to do and everything. And I can't wait to show you more videos and everything that's going on down here at the garden and everything. And I hope everybody has a blessed week, a blessed day, and enjoy the weather, enjoy the sunshine, get out and just be outside and do something. Find a hobby or something that you love to do. And plant flowers. My roses on the other side have really done well. I'm just so glad and seeing what they're doing, and I just enjoy listening to the birds, seeing the birds, and then seeing how the plants and all the flowers grow and everything. And I just thank you again for being a part of Dave's Raised Bed Garden. Thank you for just liking my page and just giving me little texts and little notes and everything. And I'll be sharing more as I go on. Go and like my page on my Facebook page. All of my YouTube channel will be shown on there. That's an easy access for you and everything. But if you go on the YouTube side and everything, make sure you like my YouTube channel. It gives me more things and more options that I'm able to do. And again, I thank you for being a part of Dave's Raised Bed Garden. And until next time, God bless you and take care.